live Facebook event interview with Gonsalo, one of our first international Zik members. Today, Gonsalo doing great success. He's managing his own VAs. He's making a full earning from his eBay stores. And he agreed to accept my invitation to come here and share with you guys his success story. So just let me a few seconds to share this event in all Zik groups, and we are going to continue. So now I'm going to share this link, Gonsalo, with everyone else, and we can start and see who is here with us. One second. Guys, 1 second to everyone. We just have to finish this small administration and we are ready to start here with you, to be here with you. Okay, guys, so we are live now in 3 different groups, in the Hebrew group, in the English, in the international group. This Facebook live event going to be in English. Everything's going to be in English. So if you have questions and you want to ask something about what we are talking here, please participate in English. It's a great opportunity for all of you beginners or advanced sellers that using Zik or not using Zik to hear the full story of Gonsalo about his way in dropshipping, and it's going to be very interesting. So Gonsalo, just let's wait and see how many people here with us. We have already 14 people here with us. And guys, feel free to ask questions, feel free to participate through the whole live event. We are doing it for you to be a value for you, so you can get motivation, so you can learn more things from Gonsalo and from him. So how are you doing, Gonsalo?
I'm fine. Hello. Very well.
How you celebrate Christmas?
I was with my family in my village.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. So we just, I think we should wait a little bit more because slowly are people joining here. On the meantime, it's a good time you can tell a little bit about yourself. To us, to everyone that watched, to me. So I'm sure everyone is very interested to get to know you a little bit more personal.
Yeah, okay. So my name is Gonsalo. I'm 35 years old and I'm from south of Portugal. I'm working on Lisbon. As a software developer in an international bank. And yeah, I have a daughter of 3 years old. And that's my personal story.
Nice. It's nice to be a young father, huh?
Yes, it's very nice to have a little girl and to have a daughter. You will be father soon, so we will discover how it goes. Yeah.
Everyone tell me I'm not going to sleep.
Yeah, it's true. You should rest now because the first 3 months are very hard to go and to sleep, but after that everything will be okay. So with the time. Hopefully. It's like everything, yeah. With the time and experience, everything become easier.
Hopefully. So I see here many people joining. Debbie, Bill, how you doing, Debbie? How you doing, Del? Telmo, can you see it as well, Gonsalo? You want to see? Also, I will send you the link so you also can see questions. I send you the link through Skype so you can also see questions and people that watching us.
Okay.
Hello to everyone. Thank you for joining us. So Gonsalo, tell the people that watch us a little bit about your story. How did you find out about all this dropshipping business? Where did you start?
So I started to in the start of January of 2017. I joined a group from Gary V. And he started a challenge about selling on eBay. I had no experience and no knowledge about eBay. And he had a challenge to make in 2017 to make 20,000 of profit. And I joined that group and started to get interested on eBay and started to I tried to learn how to sell on eBay. But then I saw that Gary Vee was telling about buying products on small garages and then to sell on eBay. But as I'm in Portugal, I didn't find a way to do that. So I started to investigate how could I sell on eBay, being from Portugal. And I found on Google or something like that, I Googled about it, and I found the word dropshipping, and I started from there.
Okay, so you basically try to sell things from home, but not possible because it's too far.
Yeah,
and
correct.
Then just by Google find the dropshipping way.
Yeah. And then after that, I just joined some Facebook groups and started to get interested. I bought a small course on Udemy. And yeah, it started from there. I started to get some connections, and I did my store on 28th of February on this year. So that's the day I made the store.
And you start directly dropshipping, or you also sold some stuff from home?
No. I did the account on 28th of February, and I don't remember, but I had a course, very basic course about it. But I just started to list manually without a lot of knowledge, and started from there, just trying to list and to sell, to listing products from Amazon to sell on eBay. But the start, as you know, because you are my mentor on the start, and I reached you, but we will talk about that later. But the start is very slow and is very hard. But yeah, the thing that brought me here is that I never stopped trying to make it happen. So I'm a very focused person and very motivated, and so I took small steps every day in the direction of my target, my final target.
Amazing. Yeah. And if you say like, okay, you started around January, and how many months took you to have the confidence, to feel like, okay, now I know what I'm doing?
Well, January was not my start. January was when I started eating from eBay, or when I got in my mind that I could earn some money selling on eBay. But my start was the day I made the store. It was on 28th of February was my start.
Okay.
And I think that only after 3 months I started to believe that I could make some money selling on eBay. And so I think from February to maybe May, it was like the time that I needed to gain confidence and to believe that I could make some money.
Okay, so if there are new sellers watching us right now, as Gonsalo say from his experience, and I also can say from my experience, it takes around 3 months till you start to understand something. It's a lot of.
Well, I think if people are seeing now, are seeing us right now, if they are seeing this webinar, they are at least 1 or 2 steps ahead from the spot I was on February. So they are ahead of me of that time. You see what I mean? Because
yes. So they can start faster.
They can start faster because what took me more time was to find a good source to learn. And from my experience, the connections and the people that you meet and you talk about this business is a very good way to start understanding and learning, you see?
Yeah.
But if people are with us right now, it's because they are on Zik, and if they are on Zik, they are some steps ahead from the time that I started.
So when did you hear about Zik? When was the first time you heard, and how you heard about it? It's also interesting.
I heard about Zik in a private course that I took from Andre. And so in that private course, someone told about Zik because there was another tool that stopped doing the competitor research. That was on the start. It's what everyone is teaching is to scan other competitors and start from there. So in that group, as the other tool, I don't remember the name, but it's not important. The other tool stopped doing the competitor research, and yeah, I heard about Zik. And my story about Zik is very interesting because on the first day, I took the day off from my job because I have a normal job, just to learn Zik, because I was very excited to learn Zik, and because I with the chance of scanning other cells, I was very excited. So I took the day off, and Zik on that day was down, was not working. So I remember that I contacted the chat support from Zik, and I connected with you. It was my start from this.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, it was very interesting. It was funny because you see, it's a good point to see that we should not give up, and we should so Zik was not working. It could be a thing that would make me to give up or to be upset, but I picked that bad thing and turned it in my favor. So I connected with you, and I started from there, and it was good that bad thing happened, because possibly if I didn't do that, if it did happen, I don't know if we would be here now talking with each other, because we met in that situation.
Yeah, absolutely agree. This is life, one thing happens, you do some things, it's changed everything.
Yeah.
And so you joined Zik, and how long it took you to learn Zik? Because Zik is not just the software, you know probably, and the people that watch, it's different methods inside Zik that you need to learn, and there is the niche research and finding similar products.
Well, right now, if I had to start another store, I know very well what I have to do, but at that time I didn't know. So it took me maybe, I don't know, the big point was that I get a mentor, and that helped me a lot to learn about Zik. But on the start, I just use it on the first month. I just use it to scan sellers, and I'm a person that I like to think outside of the box. So I learned to scan sellers, but I do it on my way. So to start to making a list of competitors and to start. So it's not hard. It's the software. I think it's very fast, and it's very user friendly compared with the other tool that I used on the start. I used the other tool for you to see how is life. The other tool finished 5 days after I started the dropshipping business. So I get very sad because I could not check other sellers and that stuff. But yeah, Zik took me maybe to work correctly was maybe 1 month or 15 days, like something like that. Using it every day, I just listed a few items every day and started to get comfortable with Zik. So
and if I ask you today, what do you recommend to sellers to do? Only undercut competitors, or to make also the niche research?
It's very important, I think, on the start, and this is from my experience, and I will open 2 new stores in the start of this year. So, and I will do this, the plan that I know that works. So on the start, from my experience, maybe other users have another experience, I don't know. But for me, what works on the start is to undercut people.
Okay.
So to gain feedbacks, you see, because we start with 0 feedbacks, and feedbacks are important to rank well and to rank better. So I think that on the start, it's important to undercut other competitors. And later, when you have some feedbacks and you have a store with positive feedbacks, and we have your products ranking better and your store is becoming stronger and stronger, you should do niche research. So just to let you know, right now, I don't undercut people anymore. I do my list. I list with very quality, you see, with high quality, but I don't undercut anyone. So I only use Amazon as...
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Sorry,
yeah, all good.
Sorry,
Go for it.
Yeah, right now I just list with quality. I don't undercut anymore.
Okay. So basically, what you recommend to the people that watching us, first, a strong store, a lot of sales, and once you have a lot of sales, a lot of feedbacks, good sell-through, start to list quality and raise your profit.
Yeah, I was saying that I don't, even if I sell only from Amazon, I want to put more sources now, but right now I only source from Amazon. I have a very high profit items, so like £2 up and 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds and more than that from Amazon that it's not very easy to achieve it because the competition is very high, as you know. But if you list with quality, you can do it. If you just undercut, you have no chance to have high profits.
Yes, you're right. I see there is many questions came here, so let's see. Let's go through the questions, see if we can answer something. So Telmo asked how many VA you have, how many items listed per day?
So yeah, I have right now 5 VAs. My maximum was 6 VAs, but one asked me to leave like 15 days ago. But yeah, right now I have a team of 5 VAs, and I list probably 125 items per day.
125 items per day?
Yeah, because
wow, it's good.
Yeah, because but it's if you talk with other members, they probably with 5 VAs they would list much more than that. But my lists have a lot of quality.
Okay.
And what I mean by quality is I have item specifics, I add keywords, I work on the titles, you see, so my VAs do like five items per hour, something like that.
So you recommended basically, from which step you recommended people to take a VA? From which?
No. For me, and as you know, I don't know if people, I think you know, but I was a professional poker player for about 5 to 4 years.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And I learned a lot with it, and I coached some other people. And so I think I'm good making videos to teach other people. Okay. And I picked that knowledge to train my VAs. But I see a lot of people starting with VAs right away, and I think it's not a good strategy, because to have a VA, you have to know first. You have to know to yourself, because if you don't know to yourself, you don't know how to teach it. You see, to have a VA, I have a very detailed strategy, and my VAs have very detailed instructions, because otherwise they will ruin your business, because they will not work as you need them to work. So I can speak a little bit more about how I manage my VAs later, but just to let you know that for me, it's not from the start. You have to work very hard on the start yourself. Then when you have a strategy that you know that work and that everything is working well, you start scaling the business up with virtual assistants. But before that, I don't advertise picking the VAs, because you will not know how to manage them. You have to do the customer service yourself. You have to delete items every day. You have to list every day. You have to do the stuff. And just then, when you know how to do it, you should teach a good VAs.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Definitely,
And just to add, for me, if you ask me what's my strongest skill or something like that, for me it's the part of picking the best VAs and teaching them. Because, for example, to have these 5 virtual assistants, I interviewed probably 1,000. So 1,000. You see, it's a lot of interviews. It's a lot. I have a way to hire them and to filter only the best from the best, only the smarter ones. The hard workers. I have a way to know which ones will not be lazy, which ones are smarter, are fast learners. And I'm very happy with my 5 virtual assistants. They are very good. They are very smart, and they work very hard every day.
Okay, let's go later for this topic again. Let's see, because there is many messages and many questions here. So I see another questions here from Yarin. How much hours you worked every day in the beginning when you started? How many hours you invested every day?
2 to 3 hours a day.
So between 2 to 3 hours a day.
Yeah, I had no time for more, because I was in a specific situation in this part of my life, and I had my daughter with me, and so I had a full-time job, and I still have, because right now my business is going almost on autopilot. But yeah, 2 to 3 hours was the best I could do, and as you see, it's possible. I remember that some nights I worked like more than that 2-3 hours, but for that I had to sacrifice some sleeping. But for me, it was very important to work every day on the business and to learn every day, so I could grow and could be better. You see?
Yeah. And I see there is another question here. Also, Constantinos and also Yarin ask us, when do you mean quality items? Do you mean you do the same kind of methods like in the webinar, the similar item method or something else?
Yeah, it's the similar methods. But when I talk about the high quality, is not about the item by itself. It's about the way you list, like
everything.
Yeah, with good photos, good item specifics. You work the description, you work the title. Because if you just copy the other sellers and the titles, yeah, you can have a profit of half of a pound and something like that, of half of $1. And it's also good, but as I told you in the start, it's very important just to sell and to have an ISL tool. But then, and right now I only work with quality, just my lists have a lot of quality.
Okay.
Even if I know that I will have to delete some of them because not all will sell, but I put the time to the high quality lists.
Yeah. How many items do you have in your store now?
4,900.
And how many sales per month average?
Well, in December, I sell like 80 per day, 80 per day in average.
Wow, 80 per day. Let's see how many is in a month. 80 sales a day in 30 days. It's 2,400 sales a month. Amazing.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it's the right number, but maybe maybe the average is like not 80 but 60, something like that. I don't have, but it's between 60 and 80. I don't have that numbers. For me, it's not important. The sales per day and the average profit. I don't work with a specific target of profit. Well, I don't list items if I cannot have at least 1.5 pounds of profit. That's my minimum. But apart from that, I don't care about. Well, I want to see a lot of sales per day, but it's not my focus. It's not on the sales per day.
Okay, so basically, if you said very good important here, because very good topic here. If you list minimum 1.5 pound profit in dollars, 1.5 pound, it's around $2.5, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe.
So you don't sell products with less than $2.5 or 1.5 pound profit.
No.
Okay, it's a good tip for you guys.
That's part of my strategy, and that's why my VAs only list 4 to 5 items per hour because they have very specific instructions. But I don't care about that. I just want to have the quality.
Now I want to ask you a little bit different questions about what was your breaking point when you understand that after that you felt you knew I'm going to make money in eBay. I'm going to make money in dropshipping.
Well, I think the breaking point was after my lessons with you and Arik. Well, the lessons gave me the confidence and some knowledge, but I didn't stop with that knowledge. I started to put it, so working on that knowledge and expanding it. So
exactly.
thinking with my brain and by myself, you see?
Yeah.
Because I know the way I work and my method is mine. It's not a copy from anyone. You see, even if I get some knowledge from you and some knowledge from Arik, the way I work, the way I find the items, the way I find my items, and the way I find the VAs are my way. See,
absolutely. And this is something.
When I got the first VA, that was like in middle of May, something like that, was when I was sure that I would be making money because my strategy was right, very tuned and very, very good. You see,
everything worked.
Yeah, everything worked. I knew everything I have to teach. And then I remember that on that time I started brainstorming with myself, like on a sheet of paper, like how I will hire good VAs. That was every day I was starting to find an idea that would work for me to find good virtual assistants, you see, because it's very important to have good employers.
So I want to say something about what you say for everyone that's watching us right now. That I see many people, they all the time comparing themselves to the mentors, and they all the time say, I do what this guy said, I do what this guy said. Me and all other mentors and all webinars and all methods, everything is just an idea for you, to guide you, to give you a way to start. But everyone or each of you that watch this live, and every person that do drop shipping and anything else in your life you're doing, You always has to take all this knowledge to yourself and think why you do it. Think what is good, what is not, what is better for you, what is not, what gives you more profit, what is not, and in the end decide by yourself. And with that way, you will be endless. You will succeed in everything you're doing. And Gonsalo is a great example.
Picking from what you are saying now, I know that if eBay close the doors on, I can sell on another platform, because now I know how markets work. You see, I know how to, and I know the important thing that is finding people to work for you, because you see, I have 5 virtual assistants. They work 6 hours. I have 2 that work 6 hours, and the other 3 work 8 hours a day during 6 days. If you sum that hours, I could not work alone for that hours, because it's more than 1 day that they are working every day for me. So knowing how to scale up a business and having that knowledge and having the knowledge about the market, you can sell everywhere. You can sell. You see, you can sell online. You can make money online.
Yeah.
You can make from other sources. I could be making from coaching. As you know, I have a lot of requests about coaching, and you see, once you have the knowledge, but you can't just copy the others. You have to get ideas, pick from one, pick from other, because all the information is out there. You have the tools, and from there you can't be lazy. You have to think and to. Right now, I'm making good money. For me, it's a good money, but I'm not stopped. I'm thinking about how to improve, how to get more, and how to learn more, how to expand, because you cannot stop. If you stop, you die, you see.
Yeah. I agree with you. The circle is keep going. I see there is many questions here. Let's see. So there is a guy, how do you manage the high volume? Okay, so Yusuf asked, how do you manage the high volume of orders and processing them on Amazon?
Okay, on the start, I did it all for myself. Right now, my virtual assistant does it. AutoDS, that's the tool I use to list, as an automatic order system, and I used it. Right now, I prefer to use a virtual assistant to do it. I have one virtual assistant that does it during 6 days, and the other virtual assistant is the backup for it and do it on Sundays. So yeah, they do it. The virtual assistants are trained to do the orders. You have a lot of tools that make it automatically also.
Yeah. Someone asked, where is the VAs come from that you work with?
From Philippines.
Okay, so they're all Philippines. Alexander asked, why did you choose UK market instead of US market in the beginning, of US being an international as well?
Well, I think it was casual. I was in a group and some people were saying that US was better. You told me, why are you selling on UK? I remember on the first meeting you told me, why not US? And I told, well, I started on UK, so I will keep selling on eBay UK. So
of course.
It was a casual thing. It could be on US or.
Yeah, in the end, the idea is to have stores everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So let's see. Okay, so Wong Wang asks, so at the beginning when you're at your full-time job, how many items you list and are all of them undercut or quality Zik method?
Yeah, I think for the first 2-3 months, I only undercut it, and it was like 5 to 8 items a day, not more, because I had no time for more, because so I was learning, listing, doing customer service and doing the orders. So it was about 5 to 8 times on the first 3 months.
Okay, I see another question. Ina asked, how many feedback have you account?
Right now, I remember that on end of March, when I had the first lesson with you and Arik, I had like 28 feedbacks or even less. Right now I have 4,000.
Amazing, man! I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, I'm getting like 20 to 30 feedbacks per day.
Amazing. So soon we're going to speak about the VAs, but I want to see if there is another questions. Okay, so Udi asked, how many stores do you have right now?
Only one, yeah.
Okay, so right now you have only one, and you plan to open two. Yeah.
I will open more too, but it's another point. There is for me, and it's my, because you already told me 100 of times open more stores.
Yes.
But it's my way to specify again that you have to have your own ideas. So even if you tell me that, for me to have another store, I have to have the first store very well on autopilot and everything going well, you see?
Yes.
Just after that, I will open a store that I can bring it stronger as this one, you see?
Yeah.
So there is no point for me, there is no point of just opening 10 stores at the same time if you don't know how to manage one.
Absolutely. Build a strong base. Once you have this system run, just copy the system more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yusuf asked how to get around the AMZL tracking. I don't think there is in UK this problem, so I don't. You heard about this problem with the tracking numbers in the US?
Yes, I don't. Actually, I think that AutoDS, that is the tool that I use, they put the tracking number directly on your orders if you use the auto order system. But I know. I mean, if you have problems with the Amazon tracking number, all the other drop shippers have the same problem. So you are in an equal situation.
Absolutely. Yeah. Exactly. So Yusuf, you don't have to run after this AMZL trackings, and it's okay not to be top rated. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
If you have sales and you make profit, this is what's important.
Yeah, but in England, in UK, we don't have that problem. I am a top rated seller, and I have no problems with the tracking numbers. But yeah, for the other drop shippers that are in US, they have the same problem. So if one is not top rated, the others will not be top rated. So the competition is the same. It's the same game, you see.
Yeah. So before we go to speak, I see because there's many questions about the VAs. Before we go to speak a little bit about it, so I want that to if it's okay for me to tell us and the people that watch us, in generally, how many time you invested in average, now how long you already do it, and how much profit you make from the amount of sales you generate a month, and what is your goal also for the next year?
Okay, so right now I'm wasting like 1 hour, 1.5 hours per day, not more, because I have to see what the VAs have done. I have to give some instructions, and there are things that only I can do, like the cancellations and buying the gift cards. Right now, I'm the only one doing that. So I need some time for that in the morning. Also, there are some customer service messages that if my virtual assistant can't manage it, or if there are things that I have to decide, I will do it myself. So I wake up like 6 a.m. in the morning, and I do that before I go to work. And about this is the 1 hour and a half.
Okay.
And about the profit, it's like 2,000 euros after all the payments, close to that. And yeah, for the next year, I want to open two new stores and to grow my main store and to put it. So my target is like 30,000 of profit for the next year.
Amazing.
I think it's achievable because I'm growing every day. So
I think you can achieve more. Don't be humble.
Yeah, so I was talking about the main store because
okay, for one store.
For one store.
Yes.
With the other two, I will achieve more for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see the questions about all the VAs that we get. So we have during the first time you hire a VA, does your eBay profit have enough to cover the expense, or you was paying from your own pocket?
No, I was having a profit already. I was having a profit of like 300 pounds. So it was like, as I said, you have to do it yourself in the start. You have to sacrifice something in your life. Then I invested on the virtual assistant when I was sure that I was making a consistent profit. And so it was like that 300 pounds of profit. I hired the first virtual assistant.
So you didn't went to minus. You based your business on what you have income. You didn't spend more than you earn.
No.
Good.
I could, but for me there is no point for do that. So it's personal preference. So I did that way.
Okay, I see.
But just to, so all the virtual assistants for the system that I run, all of them give me, on the first 3 weeks, they don't give me profit because their lists are new, you see. So just after the 3rd week they are listing, they will give me profit because they have the lists from all the other weeks starting to sell and the new lists are starting to sell. So on the first 3 weeks, I know that it's an investment, and after that they pay for themselves. So I know that the items that they list are enough to pay their weekly salary because I pay every Sunday. I pay my virtual assistants. You see.
So you pay them once a week.
Yes, every Sunday.
It's great. And I want to ask you. You say a very interesting topic here, point here. You say that you basically know what items your VA list and if they sold or not. So you actually can understand if they cover themselves or not. How do you follow it? How do you follow it?
I put a tag. So every virtual assistant, when they list, they put a tag on the list. So I know I can list every list from every lister.
Smart.
And I know it was my idea to control the quality of the list of every lister. So the first VA is now the manager of the others. She helped me. By the way, I have 3 girls and 2 boys, and that one of the girls managed the other team, the other part of the team. And so one of the tasks that she has every day is to control a sample of lists of every lister. So one sample is like from the 25, she controls like 10 or 8 lists.
Okay.
Because I have like 15 specific things that they have to do in every list, and my manager go with a Excel spreadsheet and make an evaluation. So every day I have a group on Skype where they are evaluated. So they know that every day their lists are controlled. That's my way to manage the work, and it works very well.
Yeah, you show them that you're in control.
Yes, and that's the way I found. Actually, I had that ideas when I was showering after the gym. I was thinking about the virtual assistants and thinking, how will I manage the virtual assistants? And I got the idea, okay, I will have a manager that will control and will make an evaluation of a sample of lists. It's like when you go to the elections, you don't know to inquire everyone to know who will win. You see, if you control a sample of lists, you have a control of a sample of lists. You know, if you control 10 lists and 10 lists have no errors, you know that the others will not add errors.
Yes.
You see. So my manager takes like 1 hour and a half, or between 1 hour and a half and 2 hours, just to evaluate the lists from the other ones.
Guys, I want to say something. Guys, the information, the value of the information that Gonsalo gives you here, this is something that is endless. There is no price for it. It's an amazing information, and this is. You can learn so much out of these methods that you can become an empire like Gonsalo, and thank you very much for sharing this information with everyone.
No problem. Yeah, okay, no problem. Because I have to give something back, as I also learned with a lot of people. But yeah, these ideas about the virtual assistants was the way I thought that would work for myself to trust on people to work with me and to have quality.
So I have here good questions from Rhonda. How are you doing, Rhonda? So she asked, do your VAs determine the price of the price, or how is the listing price determined? Who is decide for the price?
Yeah, they have specific instructions and on how to price the items.
I understand.
So my VAs don't. Everything they do is the way I teach and the way I instruct them. They can think outside of the box, of course, because as I told you, they are very smart. I picked the best from the best ones. But yeah, they have a strategy behind. So they know what they have to do and why. It's important to explain the why. you don't want to treat virtual assistants like robots. They are not robots. They are human persons like you. And it's like when I go to the doctor and I'm sick, I want the doctor to teach me or to explain me what is my problem, you see? So, and why is giving some meds. And so for the virtual assistants, you have to teach them, okay, you are doing that because of this, because of that, because you have to stimulate them to be creative and to think, to use their brain, just not to click buttons and to list, because listing it's easy if you give detailed instructions, you see.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. There is many questions here. Let's see. So Alexander asked, how long do you keep items that don't sell before removing them?
So on the start, I was deleting all the items that didn't sell. On the last 30 days, I was deleting them. Right now, I choose some items that didn't sold on the last 30 days and have more than 30 views. I keep them more 30 days. The other ones I delete during that 30 days. So it's between 60 and 30 days.
Oh, it depends on the views.
Depends on the views and other stuff that I control, okay?
Okay, watchers, competitions. You check competitions sometimes?
Not that much, because I know that my lists, as I do quality lists, I know that my lists are being undercut by others because
of course
I have high profits, but I don't mind about that because I list new items every day. I just don't care. I have my way, my strategy. I follow that strategy, and I know that I put time. I don't copy the others, so I put time on working on the title, working on specific items. Even if they copy just the title and the photos. I have other stuff that will rank me better.
And you have good sell-to and everything.
Yeah, and I have some more ideas that I will implement on the start of this year. I will try new ideas that I have. No one can stop you. It's the business. If the other ones undercut you, it's the business. It's part of the business. I don't care about I don't check competition.
Okay, so I see questions here from Nash. Do you have an employee who uploads the products, or are you working alone on the account? Oh, so we just say that you have 5 employees.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rubens from Brazil asked, which country are you doing this business from?
I'm from Portugal. I said on the start of the interview that I'm from Portugal. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably joined in the middle.
Yeah.
So Almir, he also answered your question. Arik say, Gonsalo, we love you.
Thank you.
So I see here. Okay, so Wong Weng asked, do you have any tips on using bulk scanner to speed up your research for beginner, or do you recommend them to use bulk scanner to find profitable item for undercutting if they have some money? Do you recommend bulk scanner or not? Or how do you work?
I lost you. Sorry, I lost you. I didn't hear the question. Sorry.
Wong Weng asked if do you recommend to use the bulk scanner, any kind of undercutting tool that do it automated, or you recommended to do it manually?
No, I didn't use bulk scanner. Actually, last week I started to try bulk scanner feature, just because I have some ideas to implement in the next year. But I don't recommend for a new store and to make a strong store, I don't recommend bulk scanning because, as I was saying during this interview, in a lot of situations, I give a lot of importance to have high quality lists. And to have high quality lists, you have to put item specifics to work on the description, to work on the title, and using bulk scanner, you can't achieve that. So yeah, I just do everything manually. Even in the start was when I was undercutting people just to get feedbacks and to put the story with the flow. I did it with quality. I didn't just undercut. Even in that situation, I changed the title a little bit. I just was selling what I know that would sell because were products with demand, but I didn't do any bulk.
I agree with you, and even though I'm the owner of Zik and I have the interest that you will buy the bulk scanning, I recommend that all the beginners with the just started or the just in the first few months do quality work. This is the only way to build the business. And it's more important to make quality because in those days the competition is higher, and the people that win is the people with a better quality.
But
what do you say?
You should always try to implement some new things and to improve. So you can start with the undercut, with quality, and then mix with the similar items like you teach on the webinars, and then put some box listings. So
also possible.
But it's important to have consistency on the other method, to start a new one and to put a little bit of a mix on the list.
Yes, absolutely. To take the best from everyone. Not put glass ceiling on above your head. You can do everything. You just have to learn how to do everything you do.
Exactly.
There are people making with bulk a lot of money. You just have to learn how to work, and you just need to build your own strategy, not just do what other people do. Okay, now is a question from Muhammad here. How we can compete of other sellers while some sellers sell same product on low price, while this is available on Amazon. When I calculate the profit, then I see he have all products in loss. How it's possible?
Well, I understand the question, because this is interesting, because everyone when starts, everyone has the impression, oh, it's impossible to sell. Everyone has, it's not true. I had the same problem. I had the same vision. Oh, everyone is selling very cheaper than on Amazon, but it's not true. You have just to find the drop shippers like you. So what I do is I use Zik to find drop shippers that I know that are good drop shippers. Then they will connect me to other good drop shippers. And you know that some guys are buying items on China or something like that, and on the start you don't want that to scan that guy. So it's not true that it's impossible to sell because the others are selling cheaper. You just have to search more, and you will find good drop shippers for sure. Drop shippers with high profits and with the correct items. There are thousands and millions of items to sell, so you will find.
Absolutely.
But I understand the problem, because I had the same impression. I remember to talk with Chezi, because I was one of the first persons I met. It was Chezi, and Chezi had a live interview with you, I think. And I was talking with him because he was already selling well, and I was saying him the same. Well, I can't undercut anyone. My items are their items are very, very cheap already. It's impossible to undercut. And he told me, no, you have to just keep looking, keep searching. You will find the drop shippers. And right now I have.
It's easy. You find like this. You just go zack zack.
Exactly.
It's also first time when we look on things, Muhammad, when we come to a new things to do, and we everything look for us not familiar. We're losing a lot of small information in all the full picture, But later with the experience, you can see the full picture very clear. It's a matter of experience.
Yeah, because we are like this, and we start expanding the mind, expanding the vision, get used to, and it's become easier and easier to find. Right now I don't need it because I don't undercut people anymore, so I don't mind. I just want to know what is the product on demand, and then I will find the items to sell and to list. Also you can have your own price, because even if you are my items, I have a lot of items that are expensive, are much more expensive than the other dropshippers items, but it's like from my understanding of Cassini will give some views to your list, some views to other shop lists, and because eBay also they don't want just one store selling. They want that all stores are selling. So every list will have views. If we have products that are products on demand and that people is searching on the keywords of eBay, your list, if you have 100 lists, some of them will have a lot of views, others will not rank that well. But just to say that you can't have the fear of putting your own price. So from my experience and by myself, I don't pay attention for the competition and for their price. I have my prices and that's it. You see.
Okay, so there is a question related to it, but there is one more question before. Bill asks, how are you doing, Bill? What is your test or process in locating new item? Okay, this is first question. Second question, how many item specific do your VA add per list?
So to find good items, I just use Zik, and I just go through other sellers and I see what they are selling on the last 30 days. And then I pick some ideas to find good niches from that items that they are selling. So first I understand what is a product on demand. And after know what is on demand, I just go and find if that niche is selling well, and I start to look for some similar items that are cheaper than the ones that the others are selling. And the other question was
about item specific. How many item specific the VAs are adding per list, or how they measure it?
They have to add every time 2 item specifics.
2?
Yes, 2 item specifics.
Okay.
I have more item specifics. I have more things that I have on the list, like that I will deliver the product in 48 hours, and some other things that I specify, but it's a default item specific for every product because my software allows me to do that. But then for every list, I have 2 new item specific that it's only for that list. Something that I pick from the description, or about the size of the product, or about something that it's important to tell the buyer that you are offering.
Okay, thank you very much. There is 2 more questions. Also, it started to be a little late. For me, it's no problem, but if for you it's late, you just can tell us, okay? You just can tell me if it's too late. Let's see the 2 questions here. So one going asks, I'm not struggling with sales, but I'm struggling with profit. I always find similar item that can let me be cheaper than my competitor in the niche research. What do you advise to do in my case?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Wong Wang said that he don't have problem with sales. He have a lot of sales, but he have problem with the profit. Okay.
Okay.
And he always finds similar items that let him be cheaper. All the time he's trying to be cheaper in the niche.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you advise for him to increase the profit in this case?
Well, to increase the profit, basically, if he's not finding, or he doesn't have the right products, or is not searching hard enough, because I can say for myself, I have 5,000 items already, close to 5,000. And from that 5,000, like 4,500 are just similar items. And I have a lot of profit, good profit on them. So if I can search and find similar items with profit, I think everyone can look for it.
I think he just afraid to put higher prices.
Yeah, basically he has to lose that fear of the prices of the products.
Just list items.
Yeah, and if you put some good photos and some good title on the items, you will be able to have good profit on the list.
So Gonzalo, you started to be a little bit busy there?
No.
Everything is okay?
Just saying hello, yeah.
Good. Send hello also from Israel and from the rest of the world here.
Okay.
So we see Andrew asks, how do you select your VAs? What is the criteria?
What is the person?
Yeah, Andrew asks, how do you select your VAs? What is the criteria? Like, how do you know it's a good VA or it's a bad VA?
Yeah, I give them some tests on so I make a video after I put the job post on the site. I make a video of 1 hour where I say them to list 15 items using my method, for example, or something like that. And then I will pay them to make the task, and then I will evaluate that task. So I just in my AutoDS account, I just create a virtual assistant account, so they can only list. And yeah, I give a task for. So imagine if I receive 300 applications, because that's the case when I put an application to a job post. I filter the best ones, only the ones that can answer. I have some questions that I put them, and I ask them to answer with the capital letter and with a good English, you see, and I filter the ones that don't. So the ones that doesn't fulfill what I ask in the questions, I filter them out, and I get the other ones. And for the other ones, I give a video, and they have to do the task as I request. You see.
But it's not about if it's a boy or girl or age or nothing like this.
No. I don't care about the age
or whatever.
No, I just filter the best. I have some questions that I know that will bring me the more focused and the ones that are more focused on the detail. You see. Yeah. Then I give a video task. I will give you an example for last time I give an interview that I put a job post. I got 300 applications. For that 300 applications, I selected 40 persons, and I sent the task for the 40 virtual assistants. From that 40, only I remember only 12 were able to finish the task.
Okay.
And from that 12, I have a spreadsheet where I evaluate all the lists, because I have a lot of specific things they have to do and that I teach them to do and I ask them to do. And from that 12, my virtual assistant, that is the manager of the other ones, helped me to make the evaluation, and I selected the best two. So with this, I know that I get only the smart ones, because from a single video, they have to understand how to do my lists, you see.
So basically, you work in exactly the same method like Amazon. This is exactly Amazon. This is what
I don't know. This is my way.
But you know, you have the brain of Jeff Bezos.
Because I was thinking of, when I was hiring the VAs, I was thinking first. It's very important. First, you have to know what do you want from your VAs, and for me, I did want the cheaper ones or the age or the sex. What I wanted, but this is for my business. Maybe for the other persons will be other thing. But for me, I wanted three things. I wanted the fast learners, so the ones that I would know that I can send any video with instructions, then they will learn. Yeah, the ones that I can trust more, trustable people, and I can identify that with some things that I ask them on the task also. And about also the ones that are more focused on the detail. So on my task, first I had these three things that I wanted on them: focused on the detail, trustable people, and fast learners. Then I started to think, okay, to achieve this, what do I need to ask them on the video to control if they have these skills? And so it's like reverse engineering, you see. And then I started to make, okay, I will put this on the video. It's like inside of the video, I have things that I will ask just to know if they are hearing the video, if seeing the video with attention, is focused on the detail. Then from the list and from the result of the list, I will know the ones that are smarter and the fast learners and focused on the detail. So from 300, I pick the best 2 virtual assistants, and I know they are the best. So right now, my best virtual assistant was a girl that she never worked online, and she was amazing. She was the best from the best. From all the list and from everything that I asked her, she only made one mistake. And for you to understand, for the 12 that I gave the tasks, that 12 were already the best from the best. I had one person that makes 60 mistakes. You see?
Whoa.
I had another one that had, because they have the chance to make 150 mistakes, okay? Because I have a lot of specific things that I asked during the task. And the girl, she didn't, so it was the first time that she was listing on eBay. It was the first time that she was working online. And she saw the videos, and when I saw the results, I couldn't believe it. She made only one mistake. She is really, really smart, you see. And I give my trust to that person. Then I treat them very well. I give bonus on the end of the month for the best ones. So I have ways to put them competing with the other ones during the month. So the ones that do less mistakes will have a bonus on. So I take care of them
all the time.
Motivated, and I take care of them like persons, not like robots. I have a lot of respect for my assistants.
And related to this, I want to say something. I'm taking a personal personal coaching, business mentor. And one of the things that I learned in my last meeting was that in the world we are right now, we are measuring everything by result. Mm-hmm. We see if the worker did something, we see the result, and then we say good job or bad job. And then the people that we work with, they get to use that if they make a bad result, they fail. But sometimes, you can do everything the best, give your heart, do everything from like 100%, and you still don't have a good result. So one of the practice that I just have with him is to practice about how to give feedback for the morals that the people bring, for the spirit that the people bring to the team, the time they invest. And then and this is how you really can motivate the people from the core, from the inside. Mm-hmm. And they also become close to you because they don't think, oh, this person is just want money. This person is caring about us as people, so it's very important.
Yeah, that's correct.
So we see there is many questions here. Very good information about VAs, man. Very, very valuable and amazing. And also amazing to see how you developed everything by yourself. And
yeah, you know that you didn't teach me this part.
Yeah. I didn't teach you nothing, man. But I knew from the first day when I make the class with you, I knew that you're gonna succeed. Because I see how many questions you ask and how much you want to know, You see many people, they have questions, they're afraid to ask. And guys, this is also for you. When you have questions, make 10 posts, send 1,000 messages, don't be shy. All the time push to get what you want, all the time push forward. When we make the first lesson, you just pushed to know everything, you just wanted to know all the time everything and nothing like nothing.
Yeah, but one thing that I see a lot of people, even on the group that we have, international group of WhatsApp, they are comparing the number of beliefs and they come to people that have success and they just ask a general question like, how you do that? And I always answer to that people. Sometimes it can seem a little bit rude, but it's not with that intention. I always ask, man, I was on yours like you in the start, and I never put the questions like that. I have specific questions. For example, for the lesson that I had with you, I already knew the questions, the things that I wanted to know. If you come to a person tell how you do that, how you sell so much, it's not a question, you see. I can't describe on a message on the WhatsApp or on a single message how I did that. If you want to have good answers, you have to have good questions. You have to have specific questions. Look, I have a problem. I don't find the way to do this and that, and how you do that specific thing. It's a good question, but a general question: how do you achieve that? It's because it's a sum of a lot of things that you do on your business that give you the success. It's not a simple question that you can put in a message on a WhatsApp group. You see.
Absolutely, agree with you. Understand why you do the things.
Yeah, you have to have good questions. You have to, because I think some questions, from the experience that you have with me, when in our lesson, I had questions that I was putting because I already faced the problems. I already tried by myself, and I already knew, okay, I need help on this part or on this specific thing. You see. So it's a specific questions. It's very easy. When you have a specific question, you can answer, you can help. But if you have a general question, okay, teach me the magical, how to make money on this business. It's not like that. You have to put the time yourself. And when you face problems is when you will learn, because you will put good questions. But you cannot sit on a chair and hope that a guy that is a very successful person to teach you the magic, because there is no magic. There is a lot of hard work that you have to put yourself working in. You have to face the problems. Then you will have good questions.
Absolutely.
You see.
Absolutely. I think we are very close to finish here. We're already 1 hour and 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. And let's see if we have last questions. If you have the last things you want to say to the people that watch us before we finish this live, so this is the time you can, if you have any tip to give to the people, to the beginners.
Like I was saying now, I could expand a little more, but you have to put the time yourself. First, you have a lot of information out there. It's very important to make good connection with with people that is doing the same business as you do. Like talk with people that are on the same level, can teach you one thing that you don't know, and you can teach one thing that that person doesn't know. So it's like network is very important. So do network with people, but don't try to, okay, I will just make network with that guy because that guy is selling a lot. No, you can make network with people that are starting with you. And if you are on the same level, it's okay, because you will know something about a specific situation. The other person will know more about the other situation. You will tell you and can tell you, hey, look on that site. It's there information about this. So you can share some knowledge. And then if you have to work by yourself to try your own ideas. On the start, it's also very important. And I'm not saying that because I want to advertise Zik, because it's not the point, because it's my story. On the start, it's also very important. If you want to invest in a mentor, a person that already faced your problems and already have the same doubts that you have. If you don't have the money for that, it's okay, you can find information. But if you can invest 1 hour or 2 hours with one mentor, it can save you a lot of hours investigation by yourself. You can achieve without a mentor, you can achieve, and it's possible. But a mentor it's just a shortcut to be faster. But to have a mentor, you have to first put some time yourself and to have good questions again. And I know that you know that, because between us was like that with Arik. So he teach me something, and then he told me, look, now you need Arik. The Arik will teach you the next part that you was asking now. Arik is the person to put with the flow, with the sales. When I went to Arik, and Arik can tell if he's live. I don't know if he's now on the live chat.
I think he's watching us.
Yeah, but Arik can tell he can tell that it's true. When I reached Arik, I had a lot of questions, a lot of specific questions. It's very important. So yeah. It's not like I didn't come to Arik or not to you and say, oh, look, tell me how to make $2,000 per month. It's not like that. You have to face the problems to start by yourself, and to have actions every day. And like as the experience on poker, for example, I have a way to work on my life and my personal goals. I make small actions every day. So if I want to get fit because I want to get the muscle, I will make 5 abs every day. A goal that is very short, that put you on the flow. You have to have very small goals that you just, okay, I will do that 5 abs, but then you make 5, you make more 5. You see, it's a small goal that put you in the flow of making a small step every day. So that's why I achieved, and I start how I keep motivated myself, and I keep trying to achieve better. And yeah, about the business, the eBay is for the start, you need to just sell and gain feedbacks. And don't get panicked if you don't sell a lot, because I see people that have 300 lists and sell 1 item or 2 items a day, and they think it's not normal. It's normal. If I have, for example, today I checked the sales 2 hours ago, and I have 5,000 lists, and I had 40 sales. Sales are a bit down after the Christmas and during Christmas, but it's normal. So you see 5,000 lists give you 40 sales only. So it's normal. If you have only 200 lists or 300 lists, you can't expect to sell 30 items a day, you see. So yeah, start slow, start building your business. And if I can guarantee you, if you have if you really want, if you have the intention to work hard, you will have the good questions, and you meet the right people for you in every situation, because it's how our life works. You will have your solutions, they will appear. but just don't sit on the chair and wait for everything to be set up and to start selling and to have a lot of sales, because that's not the way. Not with this business, not with any business.
Anything.
It's like on the school. If you go to the school, if you don't study, if you don't put your time, you will not pass to the classes. And you have a lot of stories of transformations of some students that were very bad, that were not having success, and then they start studying, they start getting interesting, they start putting the time, and they start crashing on everything that they do. It's the way.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great tips you give here to the people. Very valuable information. Thank you very much for all this motivation, and you can be my life coach. I need someone, with me that tell me like, nah, today you need to do this and this and this, and just be all the time in motivation. Great tips, really, Gonzalo. There is 2 questions here that if you want to answer, because it's very, I see that I really want to get an answer. 2 people ask about UK, about if you have a company in UK or the VIT number, how to handle all the company and VIT topic from UK for UK seller.
Well, this information is very personal because VAT is not easy. You need to have an accountant for that on UK, and I cannot advise on that. I can just say that I have a company on UK, but on the start I never. Well, I had a time during my process that I was very worried about the VAT and the taxes and everything, but I understood after that first you should focus on how to achieve the results you want. Then when the time arrives that you are selling well and you see that you are doing well, you will find an accountant to deal with the taxes and with the VAT. So UK is not that. People think that UK is very easy because there is less competition, but UK is not easier than US. And it's not easier because of the VAT and because of the accountant that you have to have, and a lot of specific things that are specific to UK. So every game is a different game. You have to just first focus on the store and on if the others are selling and are making money, you can be sure that you also can make money. So if the others have to have an accountant to make the VAT, when the time arrives, you can have an accountant to make the VAT and to be okay with the VAT.
So let's take last question before we finish this live, because I see Almir already wrote this question second time, and let's see. He writes to you, Gonzalo, I've been changing the titles and also I've putting low prices on my items, but without results. I've been working during 2 months, but without result. I was almost giving up because of that situation. What kind of things I must do to change my situation and get a good profit? Also, do you give support like a mentor?
Well, to achieve the results, and you have to just keep listing. There are specific things that I do every day. I list every day. I don't list. I have the virtual assistants to list, but on your situation, I was listing every day. I was deleting items every day. I was finding new dropshippers to undercut every day. So if you are not selling, you can try to have no profits. You can list 100 items with 0.2 of profit or 0.3 of profit only, just to get the first sales and to get in the flow. You see,
in the flow, yeah.
You know that we talked about this a lot of times, because you told me, look, you should have more profit. You are selling well, but you should have more profit. But that's the way I found to have sales and to start to getting a good rank and to have a strong store. Then you can start to find similar items and you will sell. But probably this person that made this question probably is not selling, but he only has 200 lists or even less than that, and it's impossible to sell a lot with this business is about quality, but this is also about numbers. You have to have lists.
Yes.
So if you keep listing first, but you have to have the goal, and you have to want to sell and to have this business working. Because if you want to give up because you don't list, or if you want to, this is not a business for easy money or fast money or magical money. You see, you have to put the time, and then you can see the results. but you just start slow, list every day, and we will sell. You will put the prices a little bit down. If you undercut and you put the prices a little bit down than the other people, if the other people is selling, you will sell. So yeah, get those feedbacks, start selling, and then you can go for the next step and to find similar items. And during that process, instead of thinking about give up, yeah, think about how to turn your process into have a strategy. You see, work on a technique, on a strategy.
Amazing. First, I want to tell you a big thank you, Gonzalo.
Yeah, no problem. It's a pleasure for me also.
Thank you very much also for me. And if I would now been in the same room, I was give you a big hug because I'm so happy to see your success, and I'm so much appreciate how you come here and share, and you really try to help from your heart, you know?
Yeah, thank you.
It's not I don't take it as for granted.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. I think we're in the end of the webinar, of the live. Thank you for everyone that watched us. It was a great time here. Thank you to Gonzalo.
Okay, thanks a lot.
I hope I come to visit you in Portugal next year.
I will wait for that visit.
For sure.
Thanks a lot. I wish good luck and the start of a new year for everyone. About the person made another question about the mentoring and the coaching.
Yes.
Yeah, right now I'm not available because I have a lot of things going on and I still have a full-time job and I want to open 2 new stores, so I don't have the time now, because to coach a person you have to have the time and to have the desire to do that very well. And right now I'm not available, but if that changes in the future, I will let you know, and I will also let people know, because I already received an invitation from NAR to help some people, and I already helped some people. I had a person from Greece that I helped as a free coach mentor that I tried.
Yeah, Pascalis,
and he did very well. And yeah, but right now I'm not available. But let's see in the future. We never know. But
like you say, everything, there is a timing for everything.
Yeah, and also it's like time. The days it only has 24 hours. You have to give priority. So
yes,
right now it's family and the store and my work, my normal work. Not a lot of free time for me, but let's see in the future.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Gonzalo.
Thanks. Good night for you.
And how you say in Portuguese? Kiao? How you say?
Adeus.
Adios?
Adeus.
Adios.
Ciao.
Ciao. Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Have a nice new year.
Okay. Thanks a lot for you too.
For you, everyone also. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.